Hey guys. Don't know why I'm so casual about these openings today. Hello everybody, my name is that Joe Guy and welcome back to Subnautica. Today, we are exploring the second area. I mentioned it in the last session, not last episode, but last session, what I wanted to explore a little bit further, and that is occupancy of Warper territory, and he just shot into the air. Yeah, I know. Let's descend, even though we are going close to bone shark territory, although I should remember bone sharks mainly only a threat to themselves, because they're so dumb, but also to the sea moth. There's one just there, look how dumb he is. I'm proceeding carefully, so that I don't hurt myself or others. Right, I need a camera, because there's alien ruins down here, which require further exploration. And I know that the warpers do not appear to target. That should not have been that dramatic a reaction. It didn't even die. So let's get close to the alien ruins and descend and have a look around. I'm hoping for light discovery, that is what I'm hoping for. I don't really have the time or the energy for major discovery at the moment. Okay, here we go. I can exit that now. So here we are, up there. So I want to do first, I want to locate, yeah, there's the defense tower. Something which I've been hanging around with for a little while, but it's been out of view so often that it's easy to forget how frickin' huge this thing is, and just weird and alien. But if we descend, we should hopefully find the moon pool, which is sort of where I want to kind of take our coordinates from. So this is the keel, which is fine. So the moon pool, I went down a fair bit before anything happened. I know there's a good, healthy amount of warpers around. An intelligent Joe would have done a warping experiment, would have allowed himself to get warped in order to test the effects of said warping. Look, there's these kind of, first of all, there's nothing else around, is there? There's this thing which is following me. But I don't see anything. So there's a warper there. Who disappeared. Disparu. In here, if I'm not very much mistaken. Jostle. Is the same moon pool, alien moon pool, which I came out of previously, pointing in a southerly direction. Let us go investigate, for we must be sure. I mean, this looks about right, doesn't it? What's this? Force field control. I think I already disabled that. So over here should be the lift. That is indeed what it appears to be. Over here is the other area, the kind of museum exhibit place. Correct? Yes, this does indeed look like it. With that in mind, what's the best way to approach this? If I wanted to scout and prize mobility... I could take the sea moth out. Yeah. I could take Fume Knight out. If I wanted to prize defensiveness and being able to handle any threats which come my way, I could take the Cyclops. The Cyclops is already here, providing me a good base of operations in a nice safe location, but if a monster was to follow me back here, I'm kind of cornered. So let's take this thing out. You didn't get it for nothing after all.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Would highly appreciate if Subnautica would behave, thank you. Do you know what as well, I'm actually going to ditch the alternate air tank. I think I'll be okay without it. Handy, handy. Okay, let's back out. Why not use that one? That just makes me nervous. It's like that final scene in Speed. So this area down here with the gate, I feel like it is almost too good to pass up. Skimming on the keel. Okay, I can exit it now. Don't want the lights. And rotate. I wonder what that is over there. There's a light. What I should do though is it's just too dark to see. I should sleep. Here's hoping one does not get eaten in my sleep. That would be lame balls. Here we go. Scanning with a camera would be good here, but we don't have that. Nor am I particularly inclined to set up an expedition base nearby. Camera. And this is nice and clear. I do not see a Reaper. Here we go. Now, how deep am I wonder? Because if I'm 300, then if I'm below 300, then I gotta go out there and explore myself. There's a warper right there. Still unfamiliar with their powers, but I think if I just keep moving... Can I rotate this way a little bit and get rid of that proximity alert? It'll just ascend a little bit, there we go. Still 90%, which is nice. Let's turn off the interior lights. And let's just get out there. Pow. Deposit.
All systems online.
So here we go. First of all, checking around. Yeah, there's the Reaper. So that's okay. But yeah, if I make too much noise in the Cyclops, I think that will probably be enough to attract the attention of this thing. There is this brother. That's not an entrance. And Reapers, they really dot the landscape, aren't they? They're not particularly special, they're kind of everywhere. Solitary predators, thus making them kind of well spaced, but you can't really go anywhere without having to be careful around them. There's one warper around here. And then there's this thing. I mean, could it be as simple as that it's not really anything? So when I approached the other one, the ion thing popped out, but not in this case. Is there a way in that I'm missing? Possibly. It's the warp planet screaming, and the opening of the Cyclops door also freaking me out a little bit. See, it appears to be nothing, although that feels like an aggressive noise. Okay, so this is obviously, it's a 2 node. It's a B node. It's not really anything on its own, and that's okay. So here's the Seamoth, just making absolutely sure, because the Cyclops is still on. It could attract attention up here, but it feels a little far-fetched. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta remember there's a threat behind me as well. There it is. Can you see it? Ooh, it's pretty close. There's something under it as well. Let me have a look-see. I think it's just a boulder. You get too close to that thing. Despite killing one, it's still a bit scary. I feel like I know exactly what that is, but I'd be a fool not to scan it. I've got one, thanks. So down there is the arch, right? Maybe. Yes, it is. God, there was a Reaper really close by. So yeah, Seamoth has nothing. In that case, let's check out the other nodes, and if there's nothing, we'll call this we'll chalk this up to experience, I think is the phrase. When nothing really interesting happens. We're scouting for entrances. We are continuing to keep moving, because I suspect I've seen what their attack is. I did not much like the look of it, but I think it can be avoided if I just keep mobile. See, look at that. That wasn't a warper right there, that was its attack. I think if I get caught up in that wave, I get ported somewhere, and I'd rather not find out where. And goodness only knows if it teleports me and my Seamoth. I might find myself far underground with neither air nor paddle. Because there's a ton of stuff in here which looks like it could be entrances, but it's just not. I don't even know what this kind of square stuff is for, or for that matter, how it would float. I mean, an internal air supply would do it. Yeah, bugger off. You're everywhere. Has anybody ever told you you're everywhere? It's not a cool thing to be anymore. It's like Will Smith. He was everywhere, and now it's no longer cool. He did it first. Gets wizzy times. No, but there was an intriguing looking cave system down here. Let's go explore that. Boo ba doo ba doo boo 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 ba ba doo ba doo ba doo doo doo. Was that a purple tablet I see? So it is, so it is. Do you know, it's funny that I remember hearing the Reaper in a very similar cave system to this in that nearby that base that I hate. Hated. I killed it. Like I killed the Reaper. Like I'll kill you if you try to kill me. And I'm talking to a Reaper, not you, viewer. Okay, lovely. Well, that was that cave then as well, then I guess. There's not much. Let's go a little bit deeper. There's a bone shark there. Where am I wonder? Oh, I'm here. Okay, let's descend this direction. It is nice and bright. We should be able to see any threats before they see us. Do 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 do. So I don't see much. But if I ever needed to get, like, deeper, then this makes a pretty compelling case as, like, an area to explore. But again, it suffers from that wide open thing, which I love.
Warning, maximum depth reach. Hull damage imminent.
God, it really does fly by. You take your eyes off it for a second and you're just done. Okie dokie. Well... not much there, I suppose. A nice inlet, a nice gate. Ow, which will lead presumably somewhere eventually. Can I get out and repair that? But for now, nada. There's one of those magic peepers. Which I should maybe think about following one of these days, because they have that intriguing kind of angle to them. God, that is pretty close. I don't actually want to get into the Cyclops. That is a bit too close. Whoop, okay, disorientated. Where'd it go? Is that a Reaper thumping at my hull? Where did it bloody go? I just had it and then I shook about it. There it is. Okay, so yeah. That's probably a clearing that I can go. Head back in, try not to get chewed on.
Captain. Systems online.
This episode makes me feel bad. It's not really anything. I mean, it's a couple of bits of exploration, but we didn't discover anything particularly new. The engine's on. Good. Alright, so we got the keel. There it is. I think I can just ascend. There we go. So many places to explore, though. Let's see. I'm not without ideas. I need to make up another 5 minutes. Maybe another 10. I'm trying to push Subnautica episodes to 25 minutes instead of 20. Just feels like it's a more satisfying length for a Subnautica episode. Beep. With that in mind, now that I'm up here, what have we got? We've got that. We don't need Lifepod 3, we know that's no good. And then the proposed gassy habitat, and then the proposed gassy habitat. I think the 250 meter one is just jelly based though. So that's that. Anything nearby? No, if anything, I've gone in the wrong directions. Do you know what? Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that is indeed a sign that what I should be doing is in this direction. Except for this. Lifepod 12 sunk to the ocean bed. We'll go around and we'll have a look. It's just a Lifepod, innit? And 1,000 meters ain't that much. So let's save. Again, like, saving in this game for me is really just the, it's just the comforter. No, if something goes really, really wrong, I have the option. Because you know what, sometimes having the option just means being able to reliably say no to the option. There's a warper there, I wonder if I can sit on it. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I do think I still hear a Reaper though. I gotta be careful. I'm at the slowest speed I can be without silent running. So there's that at least. I do not currently recognize where I am. There's a heat source over there. We're in a mushroomy biome. Angle ourselves this way and exit. And let us go. Sunk to the ocean bed, but only at 250 meters depth. With the sea moth, I should be able to recover it. And I got this Lifepod nice and early, I think, as well. Those lights, man, they suck. They're just fog. Alright, let's get my bearings. I need to know where I am. And it's the dead of night. Let's go to bed. But I'll get my bearings first. Fungi Tower. And Red House will be nearby. But I don't think I ever talked about Reaper Bait. Reaper Bait was obviously the it was the beacon that I used. Yeah, okay, so that's over there. It was the beacon that I was going to use to try and lure the Reaper back. An insanely ambitious project in retrospect. But it helps me take track of a place fairly nearby Sunbeam View. So that's something. Okay, here we go. Be careful. We've got to get used to exploring kind of new areas with this vehicle in particular. We've got a lot of sensors on here, and it's durable, and stuff like the bone shark can't really do too much to it. I'm going to turn that off. ampeels and bone sharks might have a nibble, and they certainly set off the creature attack. After a while, they could probably do some damage, but I think I'm okay. Especially kind of going at this nice inoffensive speed. And let's just keep low. Because if I keep low, at least then I can only be assaulted from above. Speaking of, still don't know what that is there. It's like a... This fungi tower is over there. It's probably just the Aurora expedition, thinking about it. Okay, Ampeel Shadow just there. Bumping into me, but not actually attacking me. That's an attack. So let's exit and make sure it's not doing any serious damage. It's done a tiny little bit. But we're okay. Let's check the cameras. Well, yep. Yes, you're lovely. Still stuck in the screw, which is right at the back, so if I could just get the hell away from it, then I should be fine. Does not appear to be following me. Let's get the keel. And there's an ampeel right there, right above it. Do you know what? This looks familiar. So it bloody does. Far too familiar. Far too safe. Gigantic waste of my life. We just turn this corner here. Well, actually, hang on. Let me back out. It's here, right? It is. It's gotta be. Yep. Zippity Z. Alright, okay. Hopefully this was just a bit of a chill out for you guys. Do you know what? We're gonna end this episode by going back to Red House where we started the session. Where I started the session, I think I cut ahead to where it was. I don't think there is a huge amount of interest to me out in this direction anymore. Obviously, I can explore... Well, the alien ruins don't really invite exploration anymore. Oops, that's like 3 times I've done that in today's session. But all this stuff is all over this direction. And there are several areas I am keen to explore in this direction. Plus over here, I don't know if Reapers are more or less common out in that direction. Well, thinking about it, actually, probably the same. Because there's plenty around that kind of giant crash site in, which I think is what that biome is, that brown dusty biome, which I hate. There's a lot of things which I can suffix in this game with which I hate, except for this game, which I love. We'll head back to Red House, and maybe this is the episode where we learn that our endeavors are going to take us beyond Sunbeam View, which is a shame. It's Sunbeam View is absolutely my favorite base. But Red House will be the future of my endeavors in this world, simply because the game is pointing us that direction in various ways. And that biome with the, what the hell do they call it? It was like the ball stuck in the ground by the roots, below Paradise. That feels like an interesting biome to me, so that's probably where I'm going to try and make one of my first proper ascents. Maybe that'll happen in the next episode. What I think is more likely is that I may do a bit of base building. I need to have a base under...
Fluid intake.
I will do. I need to have a base underneath Paradise, because the base I have on top of there is a little bit useless in its current state. It's too far removed from everything. Plus, having a teleport between 2 kind of actually useful bases, i.e. Sunbeam View and Red House, will be very useful. And I imagine we will go to explore beyond Sunbeam View in the future, but it's the freaking ocean. Like, people say, oh, I look forward to you going deeper, and I'm kind of like, what direction? Aside from down. This episode's maybe going on a little long, but I think that's okay, because not much has happened.
Ahead standard.
I also know that I'm a little bit safer, so I can go a little bit faster. Again, that's just a boomerang. It shouldn't be making that much noise. So in today's session, we've explored 2 wreckages. We've discovered a kind of bee teleport, an output node, which will eventually come in very handy because it will help us gain orientation when we actually finally find the other end of that teleportation. Though I'm wondering, since its location in the facility, I think it might, instead of going horizontal, I reckon that teleport might go deeper, because that facility, the defense tower, it sighted the other 2 facilities at like various massive depths. But yes, I think I'd like to kind of start checking off Lifepod locations. I think that's probably a good productive use of our time at the moment. Clean those up, and those will send us in the correct direction, I think. Here we are already. Doesn't take very long to travel when you set your mind to it. Down, 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 down. We've also explored a couple of non-starters. Well, we did gather a fuck ton of rupees. There is absolutely, definitely that. I reckon that, unfortunately, just having that one gel sack above, like, in the relative shallows nearby a Sunbeam Mountain, Sunbeam View Mountain, appears to not be a red herring exactly, but just a teaser of what's to come, allowing me my first aerogel so that I can build something like the torpedo launcher, which allowed me to clean up my house. Here we are. But nothing too similar in that biome from the looks of it. Instead, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just eat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need, I guess, this. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. This is why marble melons confuse me, is they require math. Sending me. Indeed. Back at Red House, joy of joys. Bit of a nothing episode, and apologies for that. But at least doing that's important because it lets us kind of check stuff off the list of potentials. Otherwise it'd be bothering me forever. But I should by now have learnt the stuff that I should be exploring. It's the stuff that you guys, you don't tell me to explore it, but I can kind of tell when there's a bit that you want me to explore a bit further. And I might do some stuff with the modification station, like the repulsion cannon, or maybe the next depth module for the Seamoth. Yeah, those all sound like good ideas. Anywho, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you in an action-packed episode in the next one. Action-packed or base. You know, I'm not going to make any promises about the next episode. I'm just going to go, goodbye. Oh, look, fish.